Hello, YouTube. We haven't talked in a
Oh,
while.
why are we going in this recording like why are we going in this recording like it's like you're some supervillain about to talk to like an entire agency? You sound like Ultron just talking to the Avengers right there.
Hello, YouTube. It has been a while since we have contacted each other. I have a new
Hello,
task
and
for
welcome
you.
to another episode of Analyzing Evil.
Welcome to another episode of ANF, A New Frontier,
Uh,
where we plot about how to take over the Transformers as us Decepticons.
hey, look, the Decepticons did nothing wrong in some continuities.
Jesus Christ.
To be
I've
honest,
heard.
I haven't seen any of the Transformers shows or movies in like 10 years.
Oh yeah, no. But the Decepticons nowadays are a little more nuanced.
Huh. Okay, so they'll, got it. Let's see. So, today, it's been, what, how long? Like 21 days since the last session.
Almost a month.
It's
Yep,
been a lot
yep,
of
yep.
days.
21 days. It's 3
It's a lot
weeks.
of days.
21?
Yes. It's so
Damn,
many
21
days.
days, it's like 3 weeks.
It's almost like it's 3/4 of a month. I mean, gosh.
Yeah, that's like one almost 1/12 of a year.
Man,
Oh.
that's like that's like 1/1200th of a century. Gosh.
That's like one. That's like I can't think
Math.
of anything else.
I can't math good either.
Gosh, that's like
I'm trying my best.
that's like what 1,200,000 um what 1,200,000th of of an eon, or is it millennia? Which one's 1,000?
That's like I don't know. That's like 702 times the average. That's like 702. 1/702nd the span of a human lifetime. The
Oh
average human
gosh,
lifetime, that is.
dang.
Lord.
That's
Yeah.
like that's like 3 weekly paychecks.
Yeah,
Gosh.
that's like two paycheck. It's like one paycheck for me because I get paid bi-weekly.
No, it's 1.5 for you, technically.
But that's like 6 shifts for me. Well, actually,
Bam.
I guess I'd work 8 times, but still. But
That,
anyways,
anyways,
he's
that's like
gonna take you back to the past.
Oh my God. We can't say the rest of that for the start of the video.
okay. Just let me open up
Not yet, at least.
the character sheet and the campaigns. Okay. Wait a minute, I gotta check something. Okay. Anyways,
You
I
guys
guess I
can hear
just
me, right?
yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
It's
I
decently
have different
quiet.
earphones. They're not like.
A tiny
I
bit
have a
quieter,
different
but
set
I
of.
can always turn that.
Yeah, I have a different set of earphones because my headphones broke. So
To be honest,
now
it
it's
sounds a
really
lot
nice.
clearer than usual. If I could be 100% honest.
That is
What the
strange.
scale up?
I should probably hook my Xbox account and try and start seeing if I can talk through my headphone mic that I have over there.
Hello back. Hello, Inigo.
Hi.
We
Good
have not
evening.
yet started, but we did start the recording, so I guess it's
Ah! How dare you locked in their basement? They have a gun pointed to my head. Help me!
Dumbledore
All right,
served
well,
calmly.
there goes the monetization. There goes the monetization.
I'm joking,
Dumbledore
guys.
says
Slash yay,
calmly.
Slash live, laugh, love.
Uh,
colon 3, colon 3. Yoo-hoo, colon
Column
3.
3, column 3.
okay. So,
Let's do this.
All right.
betrayal. Betrayal is a complicated subject. It leaves you wondering if anything is truly safe or not. You could betray an ally, or you could betray yourself. But was this case betrayal? Do you have to be willing or ill-intentioned? Or is it any act against an ally betrayal? In that case, teams can never trust each other. Because every act can be, can affect someone in some way. Last session, you guys had had infiltrated the facility, the old world facility, which is the modern world now. The old world facility of an ancient race, and you guys made your way through, going through a few booby traps and such, and flipping over and tossing a Roomba like a coin. And you guys made your way to the back rooms where you had found the next disc. I know, I was thinking the same thing. You found the next piece of the disc you have. And upon entering this room, Guido started acting a bit strange. Like some sort of old code had fired off, and he started to turn against you, transforming into what seemed like a guard of the place. And he had hit Vito. He had slammed Vito to the side, and Vito went against the wall, effectively being taken out of the fight with a few broken ribs and such. And you guys fought Guido pretty valiantly. And he gave you a little bit of one of your money, I hope. Nobody almost died, like I was hoping.
Well, if
I
you
mean-
do math, technically I almost died. I was healed enough to make sure I didn't drop down to 1 hit point.
True. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I guess you could
I
say
mean, it helped. It helped that I barbecued you a little bit. We cooked you.
Yeah.
I know.
You-
Thanks, Finn. That was great.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah, of
guys,
course. No problem.
you guys are too powerful. I'm gonna have to start beefing up my. The thing is, I didn't use the original stat block. I beefed him up afterwards, and it was a
Oh,
challenge level
God.
5, a challenge rating 5.
Oh.
Damn.
And
I don't know about you,
beefed
but if
him
Winter
up
can
too.
survive that, I think he weathered this storm.
Aha.
The winter
Aha.
storm.
Aha.
Winters.
All right.
You don't get to add a stock in my dice for
And
that.
did it
'cause
come
that
from?
wasn't-
Did it come from the western winds? Aha. Aha.
It actually
Wait.
went from the southern winds, because things went south.
That's another D20. What's our score at now?
I think it's 18 now.
I think it's like up to 20 something. I'm not sure.
You
I've
sure?
I
That's
stopped.
old enough to drive.
I hope you're old enough to drive when you're 15. Gosh.
It's 18.
That's old
I
enough
mean-
to drink.
Nah, that's
Wait,
21. Anyways,
The last
You-
time we counted was cool.
you defeated Guido, and you uncovered a hologram projected memory of his that projected it into the room, and was basically the fight that he had before being discovered by Vito, and it was against a bunch of astral elves, and one of the astral elves, all of them died except for one, which you don't know what happened afterwards. Before he was launched through the ceiling into space, using a very powerful propulsion that really should not be possible. But hey, this is D&D. Anyways, that is where we ended, I believe. So, the scene currently is Guido in a few parts on the ground. Vito is against the wall, still knocked out, and you guys had just finished fighting
I am
Guido.
very much covered in oil.
Oh yeah, you're collecting oil or you're eating oil, drinking oil.
No, I'm just covered in oil because.
Oh yeah, you're covered in oil.
because I
Yeah.
had
Oh,
to
no,
last
Cassandra
year.
was
Yeah,
the one
you,
who
you,
wanted to drink the oil. Yeah.
I don't for what reason. I don't know,
Not
but I'm here
drinking
to
oil.
support.
Phineas,
Yeah. Just collect some oil, but not. Yeah.
Phineas, I think would didn't was that all that happened at the end of that session? Because I thought something else would happen, but if nothing else did, Phineas I think
I
would probably go over to Vito and try and check his pulse, see if he's see how he's doing in terms of health, just in general.
You guys have checked him before,
do
and
remember one
Moxie
other thing
did
that happened.
confirm that he was still alive and
Yeah,
has
I
a
know.
pulse. He's just basically he was knocked out
Uh,
with a few broken
yeah,
ribs.
yeah. Um, then I
Does
guess
it look like
Phineas
there's a
will
way to
just
not revive him? The word.
Awaken
Like
him.
wake him up.
um. I guess what Phineas will do is how how bad is Guido's head damaged?
Oh, it's split in half.
I would know that because I picked him up last time and we got into an argument about it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I picked
it
up
was
Guido's
split
head
in
and
Uh,
said, "Hey, we
half.
can
Like
keep this and use it to bring back Vito's best
Oh,
friend."
we
Sounds
killed-
pretty
we
mind blowing if you
killed
ask
Vito.
me.
I guess what Phineas would probably do is see if he can. Hmm. I think he just probably want to walk over to the walk over to Damien and hold his hand out. Just move his fingers towards him, like, hand it here, hand it here.
Do you know Mendon?
Of course I know mending.
Cool. I hand him my half of the head that I picked up. Find the other half, put it together. We
Uh,
can give Vito and Guido, the dynamic duo, another run.
that's that was the plan. That was the plan, my roguish compatriot.
Damien just snaps at you and goes, "See, this is why we keep you around, like mine."
Mm-hmm.
And didn't know that.
Yes, yes. Although it seems our investigation is coming to an end. Hmm. Captain,
Yeah.
Captain,
Yeah, what's up?
can you
Hello?
can you make anything out about the room while I'm currently mending the poor old robot's head together? And you'll see his hands start to glow with that familiar orange sun-like ball forming in between his horns, and he'll just start very slowly and meticulously, kind of just mending together Guido's head.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Um,
And you do so.
Cassandra nods and says, "Well, I'll scope around the area. To be frank, I don't think I'll be able to get much out of investigating besides finding out if there's any fiends, undead, maybe some tieflings nearby.
Might as well on
But
investigation.
I'll do what I
I
can."
mean, physically. Ooh,
You want to look around the room?
Yeah, well, I cast Detect Good and Evil or Divine Sense, I'm pretty sure.
You had
And can
cast
I
it
help?
earlier in the day, and you didn't sense anything nearby, so you would feel that you wouldn't
Oh.
sense anything now.
Okay. Thank you for remembering that. I thought I would have wasted another Divine Sense spell slot. Okay, I'll just
You're welcome.
roll a casual investigation or perception.
Ah.
I think
Let
it's
me think.
investigation
Is
since you're
there
looking.
anything else in the room?
Investigation or perceptipitation or performimitation.
Can I
I
help
would
to
say
give her any advantage?
I would say both.
Oh,
Do
okay.
perception
I'll roll
first.
perceptipitation. 14.
Do perception first. Okay. That will determine the DC
And
for the investigation.
oh god, okay.
Wow. Oh, don't get high. Don't roll high.
Okay. So, you look around the room
Perceptipitation.
with a 14 in perception and an 8 in investigation. You look around the room, and you do spot like a few interesting things, like a few blank sheets of paper. You see the 3 other robots that are in each corner of the room, and that look very similar to what Guido looks like. And you look at them, being careful not to touch them and such, and they seem inactive. And you look at the pedestal in the middle. It looks like it had some sort of energy source at one point that has recently been diminished. Not I say recently, but like recently in comparison to a few hundred years, maybe a few thousand
Okay.
years. Um,
Oh,
and um, and who's the one that got the disc piece? It was Alari, right?
yes.
Like the one that got the new one, and it combined together, correct? Well,
Yeah,
it didn't
I'm the
combine
main one
together.
who has the disc piece, so I can
Imagine,
Yeah,
I imagine Alari currently just gazing at it like a little kid looking at a toy as that his
yeah.
mom's gonna buy him.
Whoa,
Um,
look at this Fortnite card.
so yeah, you're looking at these two
That's
pieces,
Oh,
and you don't know whether they can connect currently or not because it's like two different parts on different sides. But they aren't beaten as quickly as they used to once they came together, and it's beaten very slowly again. I remember that I described that last time. Um, and you don't really find anything else with note taking in the room, Cassandra.
Okay. Cassandra's going to go back. Well, not go back, but go near Phineas and Damien and say, "Well, I haven't found anything too interesting, but pretty much saw everything else that was already seen, and nothing suspicious seemed to be going on. So,
As you're saying this, Phineas is just you look at Phineas and he's just looking at the inner workings, kind of having like a little glimmer, like a glimmer in his eye of like this is really fun. Um, until you start speaking, then he immediately goes back to his snobby, prudish face, and he's just like, ah, well, at the very least, you tried something. I'm just putting the finishing touches, seeing if every wire goes back together perfectly, and there.
huh.
And then he will hold Guido's head in his hands. Now, now, if we're lucky, it might not reactivate and immediately want to start headbutting me and attempts to kill me.
Suddenly it
Well,
vibrates.
it's a dog.
Suddenly it
We
starts to vibrate and glow this bluish green light, and then it
No.
forces itself onto your face and starts eating you up. Just kidding.
ah shit. Okay, roll initiative, everybody.
Like that scene in Alien.
yeah,
Yes,
that
yes. Phineas just gets face hugger. Oh god, a face hugger getting onto Phineas would create a monster of an alien. Would create a
Ew.
Especially
monster
because of
so
how
much.
fortified his
No.
skin already is. So like it'd be extra protected.
Yes.
Imagine me
That's
getting
And
a
not a
face
face
firepower
hugger.
and
cuddler
magic.
anymore. That's a face cuddler.
It's cuddler. They don't do anything wrong. They just want to hold on to you.
Ah,
They're just
yes.
clinging monsters. They,
You
well,
know,
they're called
Yeah.
monsters, but
in
they're just
another
clinging.
campaign, Inigo almost had something similar to that happen?
I almost got impregnated by a giant spider woman.
What the fuck? You know, I can't say anything
Oh
because one of my
God.
DMs, one of my older DMs, we had an Easter egg event, and it was like bunnies being xenomorph bunnies, and my character got the short end of the stick. So now I was a xenomorph, and I had to start all over.
Oh,
Wow.
Damn.
Nice.
xenomorph, more like Power
That's
Rangers. It's
crazy.
xenomorphing time.
It was really funny. Anyway,
Oh gosh. All right.
Xenomorph
No,
look more like
Phineas will look
xenomorph.
at it and say, "Hey." Um,
Hey, hey.
yeah, he will look at Guido's head and just be like, "With any luck, if he comes back to life, it's due to the electricity. I don't know if he was powered by any form of magic or any sort of archaic power source. But this is as good as I can get to him right now, considering, his body is right there. And
What,
that's already taking a lot out of me, I guess.
West?
Yes.
I guess just because he said that, I'm just curious. Did at any point in time did Moxie detect actual life, or was it just like electricity?
In
Or would
Guido?
you know that?
Uh
Yeah,
uh
seems like
more like electrical life. Um it's more electrical and energy based.
um,
Not like living blood or
Moxie.
Okay.
anything.
Yeah, Moxie will say, just to correct him, say, um, there is no actual life within Guido. Guido is a machine.
Of course, but I'm sort of speaking on the terms of can we turn him back on if we repair his body and make sure there is no protocol to immediately start murdering us again?
Could Moxie
probably not.
see if there's any possibility of that?
Uh in the current state, no.
Okay. Moxie's just going to kind of poke him.
Poke
Great
Guido?
answer, bud. Very good
Yeah,
answer.
poke Guido. Poke Guido.
Then nothing happens.
That's a very,
Ting ting.
very, very good job. Good job, my little jukebox. Yes,
Green
keep
Fox?
poking the lifeless forms.
That's
I
a
said jukebox.
jukebox. Okay, that's a
Jukebox.
unique pet name.
That's essentially what he is, Captain.
No, more like a
Your
medical
nickname's always
jukebox.
kind of hurtful.
Of course. I
What?
mean, of
What
course,
is
but
hurtful?
that's one of the best. What?
What? What does Damien find hurtful?
It's degrading. Saying this, kind of making it seem like that's the only thing of value you do.
I mean, of course, there are other things of value he does, but I value the fact that he plays music that I've never heard before. And I think that's
Well,
neat. Anyways,
I value the fact that he's married to Chicken Picasso. Very beautiful
Picata.
artist.
Picasso, of course.
Picata. Oh,
Yeah,
nuts.
she hears that in the distance and says, "Yeah, Picasso, Picasso."
Picasso, you like that?
Lizard, what does that disc say? Can you make any heads or tails of it?
Who are you talking
Alari.
Alari.
Hilary.
I'm talking.
to?
Oh,
He
what
refers
was the
to it.
question?
He
Yeah, just
refers
say
to it.
Hilary.
He refers to Alari as Lizard. So,
I will say the
um,
response
the
fits.
question, yeah, the response. Uh, can you gather anything from the thing you are holding in your hand? What is it doing at the moment?
It's the same thing it's always been doing. Just a little heartbeat.
Little
Is it going
heartbeat. Hmm?
is it going any faster, or is it just
Nope.
it's a
But
very
it's,
faint
Is it?
heartbeat.
yes, very faint and very long in between the bumps. Hmm.
And then
Hmm.
that means we aren't necessarily around where we need to
Hmm.
be anymore. Hmm. I
Maybe
think we
one of
may
the
have
astral
exhausted.
elves survived, and maybe it's long gone from here. Maybe it has the piece.
Maybe.
So are you suggesting we look for this astral elf that just so happened might have lived after this attack from Guido?
Maybe they have the answer. We don't know. I've heard astral elves live a long time. They're kind of sturdy, I guess. So maybe they can
Maybe.
survive. I wouldn't be surprised.
I got a good idea where they're probably from. And
Oh,
let's just say they probably won't like us.
Hmm.
Mm,
Because might as well spell it out. No point in being cryptic. Astral elves came here. This is one of the places on the map that we got from that place we robbed. And got all the information about Alari and things like that. The people there are astral elves. It's very likely the things we saw were just one of them a long time ago. So looking for the elves themselves might not be the best bet because they're probably not going to like us right now.
We're nice.
Considering the fact
We
that
can
we
probably
stole
fix
very
them.
important documentation and information. Hmm?
I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't think
Consider, Lizard,
a lot of people like us.
no, maybe not you at least.
Excuse me, I'm extremely likable.
You can keep telling
Yeah,
yourself
but
that, Captain.
stealing from someone
I'm
doesn't
extremely
matter how
likable as
likable
well.
you are. You still stole from them, and they're going to know all about that.
No, yeah, I'm not talking about that.
That is
Just
exactly
overall.
that is exactly my point. If we go back, then we're more than likely going to get questioned about what happened. I mean, we aren't necessarily the most stealthy group, especially considering my luster is keen. So
Yeah, that's
even
right.
if they didn't
Well,
see our face, they could suspect that it was us.
well, if that's
That's
the
why I
case,
had
how about
a.
we go somewhere else where people can't recognize us?
That was going to be my suggestion.
I say,
Here's my 2 cents on the matter. We still have that map. We have still a bunch of other places we could look. I say we first take Vito home and let him work on Guido, see if they can get, the dynamic duo back up and running. And then we look at the
Yeah,
map, we see which one's closest, and then we check that out.
yeah, and
then it is settled.
sounds pretty good. I just hope Greedo doesn't go
Lizard,
batshit insane again.
let us hope. Lizard, pick up the robot's body. We're leaving.
I
Do you want me to take the rest of the body?
Yes, that is exactly what I am asking you.
Okay. And I'm gonna just pick up the stuff,
Okay.
like grab as many things as
Thank you.
possible.
we should probably keep the
Oh,
Thank
body
you. You are
separate from the
doing your
head.
best. I shall continue.
wait,
Believe me,
wait.
I'm holding on to it for dear life right now. And
By the way,
somebody does need to carry that. Mm,
I do have a suggestion. I would appreciate, well, not appreciate, but I feel like we're going to encounter a lot of robots on our journey. So maybe we should give, every robot a unique name, since, if you tell Laurie to keep picking up the robot, she might get a little confused and start picking up Moxie.
she knows the difference. I can at least
Everybody's
gather that
Moxie.
she's not that. Exactly.
No, but you are.
Exactly
I'm
my
joking.
point.
But I'm just saying, it'd be nice to have a little bit of diversity. You know, add a little bit of vocab in your vocabulary. You know, a little diversity never hurt anyone.
Think of it like this: when all that glitters is gold and all that glittering is in your eyes 24/7 for most of your life, then that's kind of what you see. We're moving
I
on.
mean,
And then Phineas will just flap his tailcoat and then just start making his way back to the frontier.
Okay.
kind of like says, "Well, that's what goggles are for, right? To keep the glitter out of your eyes."
Uh-huh.
Dan just kind of shakes his
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
He's gonna walk over to Vito and try and like slap the sides of his cheeks. Just be like, "Hey, wake up! Come on!"
You're slapping Vito?
Gently on the sides of the face. Just walk up, my hands on his cheeks, and very gently slap twice. Going, "Come on, Vito, wake up!"
He's
Okay,
got.
if he's
I
doing
mean,
it
Damien isn't.
gently,
I mean, Damien isn't.
wait, can I
Hmm?
wait
I
after
mean, Damien isn't
Damien?
that physically strong, so it's not probably gonna hurt.
All right, while
Damien has a
Damien is
-1 to strength, so it's not that strong.
His
okay, while
unarmed
he's
strikes
slapping,
literally do 0
Damien.
damage.
Cassandra's going to see if he wakes up, and if he doesn't, uh, she's going to take matters into her own slaps.
Um, you see Vito. He kind of he shakes his head a little bit, groaning, um, and his eyes flutter open. Hi, what happened?
Uh,
Guido
Guido
kicked
went-
your shit in.
yeah,
Huh?
Don't worry, we handle him.
What?
like we always do.
What's he talking about?
Guido went batshit insane and started attacking all of us.
What? Huh? His eyes start to widen a little more. Guido?
Yeah, we had to do some
It's
things to
a lot.
he's still somewhat intact. Keyword is somewhat, but yeah, we had to deal with Vito. He tried to kill us all.
Yeah, I think it's all going to be a lot easier to explain once you're all awake, once you gather your bearings, and more specifically, once we get back into the frontier.
Okay, it's just I'm not sure how much I can handle
yeah.
right now. So let's just see what you say at the frontier. And he tries to get up, but he's struggling a little bit.
I'll pick him up.
Okay. We'll have you
Strong
roll
woman.
that
Gotta be
because
athletics.
Strong woman.
this guy is only like what 3 feet tall, so like you can
Like,
pick him up.
Picks him up by like stomach.
It's just small.
Oh, be careful! His ribs are broken.
Yeah.
Be careful!
Oh,
His ribs are
I did-
broken.
Grabs
That
him by
hurts.
the
It hurts.
arms. Grabs
Put
his
him down, put him
arms.
down, put him down.
No. Arms.
Just have me on your back. I'll be able to keep my ribs steady.
Okay, yeah. For a
Cass, don't
second
you
there,
have
I thought
healing?
I was me.
Can't you heal people doing your weird magic shit? You put your hands on someone, they feel better.
I would, but the thing is, I already used most of it on Alari. Remember? Wait. Was it before or after? Wait, I have 19 health points. Am I allowed to use that? Or is that a glitch in the Matrix? Because I think I remember using healing hands, but I'm not sure.
I
So
think we leveled up.
yeah, at
Yeah,
your
we leveled
level, you guys were level 5, and at level 5 you have 25 total. So you used 6 of it to heal
Okay.
Alari. So yes, you would have.
Okay, so Cassandra's going.
If somebody really needs health, I could definitely give somebody some health.
Yeah. Like you do have a
Yeah.
cleric,
I think Cassandra's going to say. Oh wait, I thought I used all of it
you
on
have Moxie.
Alari, but then I just remembered I gained a level up in D&D Beyond. Now I'm a level 6 paladin, so I think I have 19 health points left to heal our downed Herringon friend.
Uh,
There you go.
I'd say
Now you're using your
it
noodle.
it would use about like 10 hit points to bring Vito to not full strength, but to a state where his ribs won't hurt as much.
Alright, well, pain's a bitch, so I'll use the 10 hit points, yeah.
Yeah.
Your ribs shall now be ribbed out.
Yikes.
Um,
How does Moxie feel about all this?
well,
About what?
I would say that Moxie would feel um, a bit. Well, what's the word? A bit torn a little bit, I'd say, because um, you just saw another robot turn on their team to follow code.
Oh no.
Oh,
Poor Moxie.
Moxie.
Yeah,
Moxie.
I guess that's fair. Um, I think for now though, Moxie's gonna put on a brave face.
Oh,
Despite not
Moxie.
having
Oh,
enough.
Moxie!
Yeah,
Despite not being
Despite not
able to
having a
move
mouth,
any
nose.
facial features.
or, yeah, say or facial muscles.
It's like the Metopia face. It's like the Metopia face. He just
Yeah!
like he draws.
That was
He's gonna draw like neutral eyebrows on his face. Be like,
Exactly.
His camera is
oh,
closed in slightly.
like the robot from Hi-Fi Rush.
But I mean, I guess if somebody rolled insight well enough, I guess I could probably. He might have enough of a physical reaction to tell somebody that something's wrong.
Hmm.
In terms of the camera's shrinking.
Okay. I'll see if insight can be insightful for once.
I'll do the same.
Do much of anything.
Oh wait, I forgot. I have fucking 1 point of exhaustion, so I'd have to roll twice.
Yep.
Yeah. Does a 16 give us any insight on our insightful thinking?
Well,
Or
Moxie
insightful-
can roll for deception if he wants to.
Oh. Are you going to decept us, Moxie? Are you going to lie to us?
Um,
Going to lie to your family?
give me like a second to decide. Yeah,
Yeah, because we're family, Moxie, aren't we? You're not going to lie to your family.
I rolled a 19.
Mother.
Okay, so the DC is 19. Anybody who goes higher.
Never mind.
Nope, don't notice it.
Okay.
I was actually gonna set it to 17, but I don't think it passed that either.
Yeah, I surely don't pass.
Alari's
So
busy with the robot head. She can't notice.
Moxie, I guess, what'd you say about Vito's consciousness? Like how conscious is he?
He's decently conscious. He's a bit dazed.
Moxie's gonna walk over to Vito, and Vito's going to say, I was programmed with an innate ability for psychiatric health. Is there anything I could do to help?
He looks over to you from Cassandra's back. And he looks a bit troubled. But he eventually shakes his head. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Got
I
you.
specialize. I specialize in mourning. And like mourning is an MOURN.
Yeah.
He says that. That's canon.
Yeah, that's canon.
It's canon now.
Good morning, good mythical morning, everybody.
Oh my gosh, you just unlocked a core
Uh,
memory. I haven't seen those guys in such a long time.
Good mythical morning.
Yeah, they're still making videos, by the way. Oh my
I
god.
know.
Yeah. They actually made a whole video because they used to be like very evangelical to the point where they didn't believe in like they believed D&D was like a Satan game, and they just made a video where they played D&D for the very first time.
31st.
I bet
Character
Link that. I
development.
think Link would have liked that.
Yeah,
Link,
I
oh,
didn't
yeah.
watch it, but I should.
Moxie got a dirty 20 for deception. Holy schmeckle bottoms. Bro's
Yeah.
quite a deceptor.
You
I
gotta give
probably
it
should have
up.
waited. Probably should have waited to use a a good roll like that, but
I'm going to
Hey,
sneeze on
it
Moxie, I
happens.
swear to God.
all
I mean,
right.
I wasted a
It
natural
is
20 on my insight check, so don't feel too bad.
it
You
is
gotta give it. You gotta
it's
give
at
it.
this moment when I will say that if y'all just head straight back to the frontier, Phineas would probably already be there by if that were the
Yeah.
case, just trying to.
Yeah, like
And
Moxie
he'll
asking
be at
Vito if
like
he's
at his room
okay.
and he will set up yeah.
Moxie asking Vito if he
He
was
will
okay was probably like along the way and such.
yeah. Um and Phineas will just after setting Guido's head down on a pillow, mind you, on a nice little pillow. Um, he will go to his room and just uh, go into a jam session, essentially, and just not come out. Um,
Cassandra.
this
Oh,
is also where I will be
yeah.
taking my dinner break, and I will be right
Okay.
back.
Alright.
Cassandra. Phineas just put an oil covered head all over your very nice pillow.
Is the oil still inside the head?
Yeah, it's like having a constant leak.
Okay, Cassandra's going to patch up the leak real quick. And, wait, is Vito still on my back?
Yes.
Okay, Cassandra's going to say, hey, Vito, do you think you can, walk, or do you want me to keep you on my back?
I think I'll be okay. And he kicks off your back after you
Okay,
let him
okay.
down
I'm gonna
and
let you down real quick. Puts him down, uh, patches up the oil leak.
um after seeing the head of Guido, he turns away quickly, heading to a different direction, to another couch.
What?
Is Wes cutting out for anyone else?
Yeah.
Oh, am I
I
cutting
don't know if
out?
he's speaking or not.
It might be
He's
my.
not.
I think he is,
I think it's my
but the
Wi-Fi.
mic is dancing him.
I think it's my Wi-Fi actually. Yep, thought so.
You sound you sounded good, but I'm not sure if you're talking. Because if you are,
I'm not
we
talking.
can't hear you. Oh, okay.
It's just my Wi-Fi was acting very funny. Am I still cutting out for you guys?
Oh, yeah.
Not at the moment.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
did you hear what I said about what Vito did?
No.
No. All I heard is that he kind of like hopped down.
Oh, okay. So, when he sees the head, he turns quickly. He turns away quickly. And heads to a different couch across the room.
Oh, okay. Cassandra's just going to say, I'm going to do something real quick in my room. Phineas put something in my pillows, but it's fine. But if you need anything,
No, I was
just
talking about
let
where the
out the
head
hollers
was.
and we'll be there.
I mean, where the head
Oh
was.
yeah, the head.
He said he put the head on a pillow, on a nice pillow, and I said, and I was telling him, since you own the ship, it's your pillow.
Oh, okay, okay. I understand now. Then just going to
Took
say,
you
if you
long
need
enough.
anything, like anything at all, just holler and I'll be there, or anyone else within hearing should be there.
Um, after sitting down, he'll lay back. Okay, grazie, grazie.
All right, time to investigate this oil. My favorite activity. Okay, so I'm gonna cover up the leakage first off, and I'm going to see how much oil is still remaining on the head of the robot.
There's not much.
Yeah. Okay. Would you say like a few milliliters at least, or?
Like maybe a few drops actually, because you guys were walking for a little while.
Okay.
I'm covered in
How
most of
much
it.
do you think leaked onto the pillow?
Oh, probably like, just like a tiny puddle, and then that was basically the rest of the oil.
All right. She's going to grab like a shot glass, like a really small one. Try to scoop up the leaked oil from the pillow
It's soaked
and
into the
use
pillow,
the
man.
remaining drop. Huh?
It's soaked into the pillow. You can't recover something like that.
Why are you so
All
obsessed
right
with
then.
drinking oil?
And that ex machina is my way in and be like, "Hey Cassandra, I got the body. You need help?"
I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. I have the head right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
I'll
go
just
over it.
take this pillow to the washroom and get it washed up. Oh, damn it.
I do still have oil on myself because I'm just like, I don't care. I basically don't care.
It's not like it hasn't happened before.
No, not really. Honestly, Alari was gonna lick it, but she was like, "Nah, I can't lick it." That's the friend.
Oh,
That's the
so when
friend.
a
That's
lottery does it, no one bats an eye. But when I try to drink a mug out of it, oh, then everybody starts getting
That it's because
I have
Alari
a
is alive.
constitution for it.
offended.
I
True.
mean, have you met Alari?
Yes. Yes, I have.
We could be weird. We could be weird buddies eating random shit off the floor.
Yeah.
Alari's the type of
But
creature
yeah.
that would eat the mysterious liquid coming out of the fridge.
Oh, you're
Honestly,
talking
yes.
about the milk? Oh yeah. It's not as mysterious. Very sweet. It kind of tastes like eggnog, but with like a metallic sting with it.
I'm not gonna ask.
Anyways, as Ilari is getting the head, Cassandra's going to take the pillow, wash it up real quick. Probably be free if to do anything else while it's washing up. I'm not sure how washing pillows covering oil works, but it should be roughly the same. Just put it in a dryer,
Yeah, all
washer,
you have to do is
whatever
you
you
have to
want.
put it in the space washer, and then the space dryer. It's pretty.
Yeah,
It's pretty accurate stuff, to be honest.
yeah. Just put it in every single washing utensil, but add space in the beginning.
Yes.
I'm just gonna follow Cassandra and be like, "Do you think it's dangerous for me to have this to keep on having this on me? Or do you think I'm good?"
Wait. I did not hear that in the slightest. Let me turn down the music bot very slightly and turn you up. Never mind, you're already maxed out.
Oh yeah. I was just saying, like, do you think having this on me is dangerous, or do you think I should keep it on for a little bit? It feels weird.
Puts her hand on her chin. Well, I don't think you're like a lizard, right?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, well, I think you should be safe for the meantime. So if you want to keep it on you, you can. And besides, oil should be pretty slippery, so if anyone tries to get the grab on you, you can pretty much slip away pretty easily. And yeah, I don't
Stay
think
away
you're
from open flame.
fleshy, so I don't think anything's gonna sink into
Say what?
you, so you'll be fine.
Stay away from. Well, I
the
should
open
stay
flame.
away. So stay away from the engine.
Oh yeah, stay away from anything flammable, or else you're gonna be burnt into a crisp. And I don't think anyone wants to see that, and I don't think you want to feel that because it's pretty hot.
Are you sure?
I'm not
I
serious.
hear at
As a
this
heart
point.
attack.
All right. I just feel kind of bad be covered in the blood of, basically the blood of. Sorry, I was about to get
Oils.
the names mixed up. Vito, of Vito's buddy.
Wait, your mic is like really muffled. Can anyone else hear Alari?
I hear it.
Okay,
I can
Can you
hear it, but it's just not very loud.
I can hear it
Okay.
pretty clearly. Like, I don't even have
All right,
it
let me.
up too high.
Right,
Maybe
let
turn
me
up
try
your
to
volume.
do.
Can you turn up your volume? No, not Larry, but P. Can you like turn up your like all your audio?
Yeah, I did a thing where I'm turning up my PC volume and lowering the people I can already hear while leaving
Yeah.
Alari at the same volume level.
Yeah, that works.
Hello?
But
Alari?
I will say it. Yeah, I will say it again. Just like,
I can
I
hear
just
you
feel
now.
kind of bad because I'm kind of covered in the blood of, well, robot blood in front of Vito. Do you think he'll be mad at me?
Oh, okay, I don't think he'll be mad at you because it was in self-defense. However, I think it would be better if you would get that washed up for everyone's sake, because I think Moxie would be pretty uncomfortable too.
Oh, right. Moxie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that right away, ma'am. And I'll just like kind of
Um,
scurry off to like take a shower. What I would call
Alrighty.
a shower.
Be
The
safe.
bird bath.
She's like, be safe. Oil can be really slippery. Don't slip on the shower. I did that way too many times and it hurts.
Suddenly she
Ow.
slips on the floor.
I was about to say, you just
Mother
hear a Lolly
sucker.
just slip. You just hear, like, it's not even like I didn't get to the shower. It's just like I'm just down the hall, and all of a sudden you just hear like whoop. I'm just like, and I've fallen.
The second you hear that, you just hear like crashing sounds for like 30 seconds straight.
I'm good.
Just what did I just say?
We just hear a constant doot. Boop.
I'm just gonna like, I'm good. We're good. We're all good.
What did I just say about you not falling over?
Stupid.
Says the mini version of Cassandra on her right shoulder. Like
What do you mean,
the
mini
shoulder
Cass-
devil and the shoulder angel.
It's
Cassandra has one of an angel. Who would be Cassandra's angel?
I have. It's a servant from that one shot that we had. Meow.
How do you sound like Marge?
I feel like the angel on Cassandra's shoulder would probably be like Dr. Phil.
No.
So random and so funny.
No. The shoulder angel is Nick Fury because of his eye patch.
Oh my, oh my god. So how did
That
you
is
lose
true.
your eye patch? No, how did you get yours? A cat scratched me. How'd you get yours? I just bought it because it looked cool. How did a cat fucking scratch your eye out? It was an alien. Oh.
Like, her shoulder angel is Nick Fury and her shoulder devil's just a random pirate.
That is hilarious.
That checks out. That checks.
But yeah, I'm doing that. And I
And I'm
would
washing
say
up the pillows.
and I would say after I'm done, I would go and find Moxie.
We're back on the ship, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're on
everybody's
the ship,
back
right?
on the ship.
Okay.
Yes.
Moxie, does Moxie have his own room? No, Moxie should have a supply closet.
No, he has his own
I
room.
th-
Damn.
yeah, everyone's equal.
Well, what is Moxie's room? Because Moxie doesn't have a fucking bed.
It's like a charging station, maybe. Like, or
It's like a
it could be
Tesla
like the
charger.
nurse, or it could be the infirmary.
Oh yeah, the infirmary. Yeah, that's better. That's better. That's better.
Very
He just has like
cozy
a little
room.
outlet on the wall.
Yeah.
He just plugged in there, just like a
A
giant
little
plug in the
Tesla
wall.
Cybertruck.
Um.
So stupid.
So like a Roomba charging station.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
I think that's funny. Um.
Tesla Moxie.
So yeah, what do you wanna talk to Moxie about?
What do you
I was
require?
just gonna go and check on him and say like, hey, we got progress. What do you think about it? Some like stuff like that.
Progress? What do you mean progress?
I think we're making pretty good progress. I mean, we found another chip to the disk, and it's making us, although it's making a slow heartbeat, we're not near it.
A slow heartbeat.
Yeah.
Should we possibly do an electrocardiogram?
A what?
An electrocardiogram to see what its heart rate is like.
Could be interesting. Do you think it's a living thing?
I guess Moxie will analyze it to see if there's anything living about it.
No.
Analyzation.
But it does have energy.
A
Not
good
too
energy.
dissimilar from the energy that Guido had.
It is unfortunately not living. However,
No.
that does not make this discovery any less interesting. Is it
Hmm.
is it possible that this hmm, is it possible that this energy could possibly be related?
It could be. I mean,
Is it
the one
possible?
thing I'm thinking about is how this can relate to Guido.
Do we yet understand what happened to Guido?
Hmm. I don't think we fully understand about Guido, but it could be a start. Maybe if we get him working.
Is anyone on this ship? This is a stupid question by from him, but Is anyone on the ship good with engineering?
Well,
Laurie?
yes, me. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I like to tinker around with the engine and stuff, and it seems to be working. I can probably fix Guido,
And also the person
maybe.
who created the ship.
I know that's why it's a stupid question to ask. But
It's fine, it's Moxie.
well, is there any possibility that maybe we could deconstruct the thing and reconstruct it back together again?
I don't know. I tried fiddling with it. I tried fiddling with the one piece we had, but it doesn't really feel like it can be taken apart easily. Well, unless I'm doing something wrong.
Suddenly a rubber man appears.
Rubber
Or
band
what?
appears.
That's
What does that
stupid.
mean?
Do you guys not know One Piece?
No.
Oh, right.
We are on the cruise. We are One Piece.
This is basically One Piece if it was if it was in space.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, guys,
There was a guy that
turn
was going to
into
join this that had a version of Luffy. He used the Astral Self Monk.
Oh my god. You know, that's going to be my backup in case Cassandra dies.
Got it.
We're not gonna think about that.
Listen, I already have like 35 D20s in my sock. She's going to die.
I have yet to tell you what those D20s are going to be used for.
Yes, I know, but she is going to die. Like, at this point, it's already inevitable. I've made peace with the fact that Cassandra will, like, Cassan die.
Got it.
That's hilarious. It's so stupid too. Yeah. But I do look at Moxie and say like, and like think like, do you think the astral elf is alive? I mean, I've heard astral elves live a very long time. Do you think they're still alive?
Just to make sure to clarify, the hologram was a video from like 7 years ago.
7?
Yeah.
Does Alari know that?
It was back when Vito found Guido. Or like
I would say I'm
sometime
thinking
before that.
I think Moxie's going to say, who knows? Maybe we've even met Astral Elf before and we wouldn't even know it. Truly, what is the difference between an Astral Elf and a regular elf?
One's astral.
What
I can't really tell you the difference.
Duh.
Duh. I can't even tell the difference either. I've been around some astral elves and elves. Really, I can't tell the difference either, or at least they blend together too easily. But maybe they can't. Maybe the elf can blend in, and maybe we have met him. Maybe, hmm, maybe if we find the astral elf, oh, I tongue-tied myself. Maybe,
That's
maybe
very
if we
silly.
do, maybe if we do find the astral elf, maybe they'll direct us to the next piece, and maybe we'll keep it going. Maybe we can make it faster.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Why the
Literally, I
fuck
was
is that funny?
because I was trying to.
Why was that funny? I don't understand how. I don't.
Because I
You find the
tongue-tied
next
myself.
piece. Well, I
Yeah.
just mentioned. I immediately thought of fucking One Piece, and I don't know why that was so funny.
No, I basically tongue-tied myself because I was just like astral elf, normal elf, one people.
Astral elf, astral self, astral. Fuck! Now I tongue tied myself. Thanks a lot, Alari.
That's a TikTok itself. Thanks a lot, Laurie. A lot of Laurie.
A whole lot of Laurie.
Ahoy there. Anyway.
I think what I'm going to say is, Damien's an elf, right?
Jeremy's half elf.
Half elf. Half elf. I think what Moxie's going to do, is Moxie's going to say, I want to run a little experiment. I want to know the difference between an astral elf and a normal elf. Perhaps if we could get a DNA sample of an elf and compare it to that of a astral elf, maybe then I will understand. Maybe I could get Damien to give me a DNA sample.
You think he'll accept that?
All I need is some saliva.
Wait, I thought you said you needed a blood sample.
I mean, if you need a blood sample, all you need to do is a little stabby stab.
Well, I'm just saying is that just out of character. 23andMe only needs a saliva sample to get your ancestry, so I can't imagine you'd actually need like a full-on blood sample.
Laurie doesn't know that. She just thinks like, ooh, blood? No, okay.
I love blood. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so tasty.
I'm gonna beat
Yeah.
your ass. God.
It's just like, yeah, maybe we can do that. Maybe that'll limit our search. Maybe, just maybe. But I feel it in my bones. We're getting close. I was
Or
gonna sing a song. I'm thinking of a song. I'm sorry.
there's another way you could do it, which is literally asking the difference between elves and astral elves to the half elf.
Nope, not gonna do that. That's fucking stupid.
No,
Not
for
doing that.
extra.
No.
The
No.
racist. Just because I'm half elf doesn't mean I'm not a full elf.
Still, we're not gonna do that. We're extra like that.
Sorry.
Are half elves considered
we
more
always-
elvish or human?
Sorry, West. I decided that Moxie's not intelligent enough to do that.
Okay. But I'm asking,
No, we
would
have
a
to
half
take the most
elf
logical route.
would a half elf be considered an elf or a human when it comes to race?
I mean, would
Well,
you
it
consider a
depends.
black
Is
person,
the
an
half-elf-
interracial person, a black or white?
Yeah, that's right. Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. I would say they are more elf-like, but they are. But I think I've read somewhere that they are considered a little bit.
A little bit.
Eh.
Alright.
I mean, they do have elf ears, but that's really the only difference between elves and humans. And also
Yeah,
height
it was like
and such.
Yeah, in elvish kind, they're not really considered elf, but in human terms, they're not even considered humans as well. So it's like an in between of just being fucked.
Exactly how interracial people are treated.
No, I'm saying it was like in elven terms, because like because like I think I read somewhere that sometimes elves will not accept a half elf as an elf.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah, because
that's
elves are
sad.
racist.
Yeah. The D&D
Yeah, so they are
races are
very much
racist.
like a bad in between.
No,
Yeah, a
not
lot of
Anyway.
Anyways, let's
Always.
move on.
Like a fucking dwarf. I always clocked a dwarf from another campaign because I'm just like, this motherfucker racist. But yeah, me and Moxie are just planning how to get blood from Damien because we were just like, we can't axe. We have to do this plan because we're just the dumbass twins.
Axe him a question.
Yeah.
Knife him a question.
Perhaps if we give Damien a glass of water, maybe we could get DNA evidence off of the lid.
It's perfect.
that point, you
And
might
then
as
we're
well
just gonna be
switch them
planning.
up.
And then we're just gonna be planning all of this shit.
Yep, you guys
At that
take
point, you might
eight
as well switch.
hours. You guys take 8 hours to come up with this very obscurely detailed plan of how exactly to take a DNA sample from Damien. If one way doesn't work, maybe this way will work. If that doesn't work, maybe this will work. It's just you have like 20 fail safes.
And we won't remember them all.
At that
you have
point, it's not even a fail anymore. It's just safe.
you have so many plans that it has moved on from the alphabet and turned into the Greek alphabet.
Oh my god.
No, we just got into numbers now. Just fucking.
You've
One,
hit
Right.
every
two.
single language letter as you can, and then moved on to numbers.
It's just so many because me and Moxie are so extra.
Uh, is there anything else that
Extracurricular.
anybody's doing?
Yeah.
Um, I wanted to talk to Phineas, but he's banding right now.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Phineas.
Yep,
I'm
he's here.
here. Oh, hello.
Well, I think David wants to do something, so maybe it'll give you some time to be able to unmute yourself. Oh, never mind.
Yep. All right. Yeah. Um, Phineas has just been doing a jam session with himself and just kind of, if you looked in on him, it's like a cutaway thing. He's just looking over some of the memorabilia stuff he had moved. Like in the time everybody was messing around, he would like have moved stuff out of Giga Heracles and was is just looking through some of his old files, documents, blueprints, and sketches that he had made for certain purposes, like one for his guitar. He's just been reminiscing on some of these things. But time's fun.
Man, this car inspection
That's
has
just
been
what he's. That's
overdue
just
for
basically what
a
he's.
year.
Damn. Uh, yeah, that's just basically where he's at right now. So if you wanted to, you could definitely just talk to him right now if you wanted to.
All right, sweet, sweet, sweet. Sounds good. In that case, Phineas might hear a few knocks on his door.
As soon as he hears them, he's going to press a button on his guitar that will just completely stop all the music he was making at that point and just save it. And He'll just fly on over and open the door. He's just taking his tailcoat off, and that's about it. Yes.
You can see a small frown appear on her face as she says, "Oh man, I kind of wish the music was still going. You stopped it pretty quick though. That's an. Did you stop all of it
It's
at
by
once?
design. It's by design.
Oh,
I had this commissioned a long while ago. I'm a very well. I'd like to think I'm a very well studied man, at the very least. It's like I said. Anyways, what do you want?
oh yeah. Compliments aside, I just want to say I'm sorry for giving you some shit back there. You know, before we went to the uh, mission to get recover the lost traces of Laurie. I said some pretty nasty stuff back there, so you know. Just wanted to apologize, and I didn't mean what I said or in the manner I said it.
You see this, and Phineas just doesn't have like, what is this?
An apology?
Well, yeah, he's just looking at you like as if like you just said something to him that he's never heard before.
No, poor Phineas.
Oh.
taking responsibility for that.
I mean,
my
yeah, as
opinion on you has
captain.
slightly changed a little bit. My opinion on you has slightly changed a little bit. That's much appreciated, Captain.
Well,
Although
I'm glad your opinion
I
changed
will
at least
admit,
a little bit.
I'll admit, my time with you all may be growing shorter, considering we're almost done with this investigation. I feel, unless Alari somehow crackpots about finding some elf that may or may not still be alive. I don't think any, but given the fact that he almost thrashed Damien and all the rest of you nearly to death, I fear that elf probably wouldn't have gone maybe two steps out the little temple before those wind elementals would have picked him up and picked him clean.
Mm-hmm. That's makes sense.
Regardless, I appreciate your apology and I will take it in stride. But know that our time will be growing shorter by the day. But I will not forget this. I will not. Best believe I won't.
No,
And
yeah, I. Hmm?
yes. No, don't worry about it. Thank you for appreciating the music, by the way. It's been a while since anybody's really talked about it. At least from what I can hear, we aren't necessarily in the right sector. But anyways, is that all?
Uh, yeah, basically, I was just a little surprised how well you took it. Usually, when I apologize, I usually get it spat back on my face, and I end up regretting it. But I'm glad it wasn't the case for this time. That's good. So just thanks for being understanding, and I'll uh I'll try to be more understanding next time, and hopefully I don't go off my rocker like that again.
Well, we can only hope. Correct? Yes. I'm going to get back to my musings.
Yeah, yeah,
Let me
of
know if
course.
there's anything of importance going on with anything, if there's any big discoveries, or if indeed Alari does have something to say. Oh, excuse me, Blizzard. If Blizzard
No,
does have
can't
anything to
say.
say, mm,
Mm,
just,
all right.
you know where to find me. Phineas
Yeah.
will just land and close the door very softly.
Okay.
And then
Uh,
Cassandra's going to stretch her back and say, I felt like I just took a shower. Whew, I feel refreshed now.
and Damien, what did you want to do?
Tammy was actually going to go talk to Cassandra.
Oh.
Alright. Well, you see Cassandra in the hallway outside of Phineas's room.
Yeah, it'll just be like Damien came from walking down the hall. As he passes you, he taps you on the shoulder and goes, "Follow me real quick."
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The conversation we were going to have. All right.
All right. He'll just kind of silently walk over to his room. He'll sit down at his desk and motion for you to sit down wherever you like.
All right. Um, she sits down near, like, probably a sofa nearby, crossing one of her legs together and looking at him.
All right. Here's the deal. I wanted to talk to you about two things. One of them
All right.
you're probably not going to be up for, but still going to bring it up. Since we're here, I think me and you should take a little trip and see the old crew, the ones we lost here. You know, Lincoln, Alex, Michael, oh, Amber, Burke, those people.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And the other one, I'm pretty sure is the bad news, or the one that I'm least likely to be up for. Or was that it?
That was the bad one. I was getting that out of the way first.
Oh, well, No, yeah, I'd like to see them again, even if it's just where they died. But anything's
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
at this point.
The second thing I want to tell you about, it was a thing to you blamed yourself for a lot of things, and I wanted you to understand that there are a lot of things I should blame myself for, and that I do blame myself for, and I've been able to move past them, and I want to make the connection there that hey, someone else who's done a lot of bad things, who's made very big mistakes, was able to get past it and still live somewhat kind of normally and happily. And if you were willing to hear me out on my story, then I'll gladly tell it. And if not, then the conversation ends here.
Well, I already got myself comfortable in the sofa, so might as well make the most of it. Tell me your tell.
All right. This story starts when I was about 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I was out on a little walk around town. And I saw this rich guy walking around. He had this beautiful little mirror. It was gold and laced silver in the shape of roses and vines and shit like that with thorns on them. I stole it from him. I took it home. I was going to give it to my mother. When she found it, she wasn't too happy about it. She tore into me pretty bad, but obviously, the whole speech of, you shouldn't do this. Thieves aren't good people. Oh, they live pointless, empty lives. You should never want to be like that. So on and so forth. And I didn't really want to hear that argument. So I ran the second my father opened the door. And when he got home from work, figured I'd leave for a little while, come back for dinner, and maybe things will cool down and we'd be able to have a word. Problem is, when I came home, I found my parents dead. I looked around that place for a while because I didn't see my sister. Searched the whole place up and down, and I realized the only thing missing was that stupid fucking mirror I stole. I know. Me stealing that probably got my parents killed. I'm probably the reason. I keep saying probably like I'm trying to give myself an out here. I'm the reason my parents are dead. I'm the reason my sister had to grow up with me being the only person looking after. And even though it's a big mistake I made, and it's still something that I can understand most people wouldn't be able to get like over that. I did. Barely, but I did it. So yeah, my big mistake got my family killed, made my sister an orphan, and I guess it made me an orphan too. But yeah, I made mistakes. I was able to move past it and live normally and live somewhat happily. I'm rambling at this point just because I don't really know what to say.
I, I don't really know I'm going to say either. I guess I'm I'm sorry for your loss. My condolences. I'm sorry that happened.
Hmm. You don't need to apologize. As I said, I kind of moved past it a long time ago. It's just I don't think you've moved past everything that you've gone through in your life, and I want you to know that hey, no matter what hardship you have faced and everything that's going on in that head of yours, you're always going to pull through sooner or later. And one of the ways I learned to do that is by having good people around you that help you make it through. You got that. So don't ever feel alone, and don't ever feel like you can't get over the things that have happened in the past. You can live a normal, happy life, and you won't have to spend it just miserable, constantly reliving what happened.
Oof, Gods, I thank you, Damien. Thank you. I have. You left me speechless.
I tend to have that effect on people.
Well, yeah, I guess you do. But yeah, thank you. And I'm sorry that happened with your parents. But as you've said before, you moved past it. So my apologies are probably worth more than, I don't know, plants to a carnivore. So,
Yeah, just
but yeah,
again, I'm just doing this. I'm just telling you because I need you to know that the things that you've gone through and the things that you feel responsible for, don't let them eat them. Don't let it eat you up. All right. Don't let it consume you. Don't let it ruin you because it's very easy to let that happen. So don't let that be all you are.
yeah, yeah, I'll do that. I was going to say I'll try, but I don't think that's going to be sufficient enough. I think I should say something a lot more set in stone. So I will. I'll do it. I'll do my
Good.
best,
Good to hear.
and that's what really any of us can do.
Took the words from my mouth. All right.
Yeah, and just thank you again. I I appreciate it.
Ain't nothing to appreciate. Ain't nothing to thank me for. I've done nothing. It's just talking. Yeah. Don't thank me. Don't say you appreciate it because there's nothing to thank. There's nothing to appreciate. But yeah, just think things over for me.
I mean, no, yeah, I will. And besides, you say there's nothing to thank you for, but I would like to think there's something there that is worthy of thanking. Thank you for reassuring my doubts. Thank you for just saying the words I've been trying to tell myself all these times, but it kept pushing it down because they were my own words. But hearing them from someone else is a huge breath of fresh air, and thank you for that. You may not find it thankworthy or, anything worthy of acknowledgement, but I do acknowledge it, and I am more than grateful for that. Just thank you for telling me what I needed to hear, I guess. And just know that if you ever need anything, and well, may not be the best person to go to, or in general, I'm I'm still here. I'm the captain, so if you need anything or anyone, I I'm always there to lend a hand.
Got it. Thank you. Now, the only thing I can ask of you is do everything in your power to
Yeah.
be happy and live the best life you can.
Yeah. I only wish you do the same, and everyone else in this ship.
All right. Thanks for the talk. We'll plan when we go look over the old crew and talk to them a little later. I got my ass kind of kicked in that fight with Guido. I'm a little sore, so I'm probably going to take a nap. If you don't
No,
mind.
yeah, that's no, I don't mind at all. No, I mean, I'd offer to help you out, but you're probably gonna say no. So
No, I'm good. It was good talking to you.
yeah.
Thank you for listening to my rambles.
No, yeah, and thank you for allowing me to listen to your rant. It was pretty insightful, all things considered.
All right.
The
Yeah,
type
just
of
kind of
shit to make a
Oh,
grown man cry. Yeah.
stand up.
huh?
This is the
Get
type of shit to
back
make
in
a
there,
grown man cry.
Tio. But not
Aw.
this grown man. Get back in there, Tio.
And as Cassandra goes to the door to leave, she says, "Oh, and one last thing, Damien.
Yeah.
This probably won't mean anything coming from me, considering I don't know your parents, but I feel like if they seen you right now, I wouldn't say they'd be exactly proud, but I do think they'd respect you, and I do think they'd be happy that you're alive and that you're happy. I do think that wherever they are, they're looking down on you with a smile.
Thanks for that. It's good to hear. Take
Of
care. I'll
course.
talk to you again
Uh,
later, all right?
Oh,
yeah, talk to you
Okay.
later. A smile is what any of us need nowadays. And he turns back and slowly closes the door.
I knew this would be a tear jerking session, but I didn't think it'd be this tear jerking. To be honest.
Well, it's been 3 weeks without a session, so
Yeah,
we had to
you
load
guys
our
deserve
punch.
this. You
We
guys
had to
deserve
load the
this.
shotgun.
Like, you guys
We
deserve
had
it.
to load up our
a lot
shotgun.
of time has passed in that. Like a lot of
Yeah.
time has been. It's let's be honest. A lot of time has passed since then, and there a lot of things have happened in real life. So we kind of need
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
Yeah.
especially over
A
here.
lot happened.
A lot of things has happened, especially over here.
A lot,
Um,
yeah. Whew.
uh,
Uh, all right, but all that said, goddamn. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep the good shit
let's
going. Let's
keep it
keep the good
going.
vibes going. Group hug, yes. Blue is right.
Group
Blue is
hug.
right. Group hug.
I'm
Group hug.
sorry.
Group
What
hug.
happened in the
Yay.
last like 2 minutes? Because my internet completely cut out.
Bet we were
No,
just
Uh,
talking about. Uh,
Sandra
oh,
and Damien just had a small talk. It wasn't anything big.
it was actually extremely big.
it was like so.
It
Oh
was
my
actually
gosh.
extremely big. They had a very nice talk together, and
Hmm.
just affirmations of positivity and everything that these two clearly damaged people needed to hear from each other.
Yeah, just friends being friends, you know.
Okay.
Um.
Exactly.
Casado, do you end up going back to the bridge?
On the bridge? Might as well. Yeah.
Um. When you go back to the bridge, Vito is still resting on the couch. Um. But when he sees you, he calls you over.
Yeah.
Could you do me a favor?
Of course. Anything you need. I'm right here. So, what's up?
Could you leave Guido here?
Greedo. Um, yeah, sure. Specifically where? Because I'm not really sure what you mean by here. Do you want
At
me to leave him by your side, by the table, or just within eyes reach?
no. Uh, I think that he should stay with the temple.
Oh, like
What?
they're here? Oh, oh. Um, yeah,
He
of course you, yeah.
hurt you guys, and I I feel it was a oversight in my part. I should have looked into him more. Um, and I I do appreciate your efforts to see if he can come back, but I feel that um, if he was to come back, his code would fire off again and attack. But and I can't really change his code because if I do change anything like that, he wouldn't really be Guido anymore.
I
That's fucked, dude. What the hell?
I might have an idea, but first things first, don't blame it on yourself. Like you said, you probably couldn't rewrite the code. It was practically impossible. I'm not a mechanic or a robotics engineer by any means, but there's always going to be something that everyone's going to think to themselves. I should have done better. I should have looked more into this. I should have. It's just pure excuses. So don't beat yourself up over it. God for God knows everyone has been doing a little bit of that nowadays. So how about I won't take Greedo to the temple. However, I do have a thing that could probably benefit all of us. Would you like to hear it?
What is that?
Oh,
Well, I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of geniuses on this ship. Like you, Phineas, Damien, Moxie, you're all phew, way smarter than I'll ever be in 1,000 lifetimes. So, how about we keep Greedo here? You guys, once you're all better and fit, you examine Greedo again, make your own blueprints, and once the blueprint is finished, get the materials you need, we remake Greedo. However, without any of the code from before. You make Greedo not just as some robot filling in for past people, but as a son, as a friend, or just maybe as someone to talk to when you're feeling down.
Hmm. Well, um, I can see how that will work, but if uh, I think I can redesign Guido, and um, I won't need the old parts. The old parts will always have the code in them. So perhaps
All right.
sometime in the future I could start on a new blueprint for a new Guido, and maybe this time I can name him Giuseppe because I keep calling him Giuseppe by accident.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a good name for him. I feel like that'd be perfect actually. Say, while I go get Alari so I can ask her to, you know, get Greedo and take him back to the temple. Do you want to hop in my back while I do that so you can say your goodbyes? Or would you
No,
rather stay here?
I've spent a lot of time over here close to Guido, and I feel that I've said enough of a goodbye for now.
um,
All right then.
damn it. I have something really cool. I thought about
Huh?
something that if Phineas only knew about like what Damien wanted to do with alongside Cassandra, he would have probably piped in and been like, why not bury him with why not bury him with everybody else?
Hmm.
Oh, wait.
Vito knows about it though. He knows about the crash because it's his ship. It was his ship. He was the original
Oh
creator
yeah.
of that ship as well. So
All right. Cassandra hasn't thought about that yet. But if one of you looks at Greek, Vito looks at Phineas. If one of you guys ever get the chance to spring out the idea, do it as soon as you can. But Cassandra's going to
That's when
say,
Alari's
Phineas.
not gonna remember. Alari's not gonna remember.
yeah, nobody else knows
Uh,
except for Moxie, you, and Damien.
Whew.
um,
All right.
So
Phineas
Moxie
would
could come
probably,
in.
I, you know, yeah, Moxie. Oh, yes, please,
Yeah.
Moxie, Moxie needs it. Moxie needs this.
Orville. Moxie.
Yes.
We have summoned
Moxie
thee.
walked in the room.
We have summoned the
Mox.
Mox.
Moxie walks in the room.
Moxie has walked into the
Yes.
room, everybody.
What do you need?
Mainly, we were just musing about burying Guido, alongside with the crash victims.
At the crash site.
With
Yeah, only
everyone else.
you, Damien, and her would know, but it's not gonna cross her mind considering she's
Idiot.
just talking to Vito right now.
Oh, and that too.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just kidding.
Have we already decided that Guido is beyond repair?
I'm pretty sure.
He is
Vito said that a part of him is beyond repair.
he is not beyond repair. He's just, if he was to be repaired, then he could his original code will not be changed.
Yeah. It'll just
So it's a
keep on
risk
attacking until we're dead.
it's a risk I'm not willing to take again.
Interesting.
So we're going to take him near the temple if you want to join.
Sure. I understand this is hard for you, in that burying him may bring some semblance of relief. Help. Sure, I will take you there. Shall we go now or tomorrow?
Oh, well, considering Vito asked me, I figure we do it now. I don't have anything else to do besides eat and sleep and drink. So
See, and the wind may be a bit rough on the ship, so we may want to leave the planet as well.
yeah, so better we get this done today rather than stay.
And it seems that Damien has retired for the night, so I can help navigate if you need it.
Oh, I mean, if you want to, of course, yeah. Just don't overdo yourself, okay?
No. Navigating's easy. All you have to do is press buttons. I don't understand why
Well-
Damien argues about it so much.
Well, it's not the
I like
buttons
this lazy back.
themselves. It's
In
about
the
what the
great
buttons
distance
mean.
here. It's more than just pressing a button.
Yeah.
You press the buttons
Christian is
and
going to say,
you press the buttons,
it's
then you
not
look
the
at the screen.
buttons.
You press the buttons, you look at the screen,
not
and
the
then you tell
buttons.
you to go there. It's pretty easy.
It is not what the buttons
I can guarantee you it's
do.
not.
It's more about what the buttons mean and what's going to happen once you press them.
Well, then you should get better then. Well, to be honest, everybody needs at least
Damn.
one reason. Everybody needs at least one reason to complain, and that is the only reason he has to complain.
Well, I guess
Again, in the
Down.
distance, you
there
just
has
hear
to
a
be-
voice.
The roasters.
Vito, I will strangle you.
The roasters.
Yes, strangle
The
a man while he
Damien.
is down. Strangle the injured man with your
That
with your
wouldn't be the
minus
first
one
time.
strength.
That is hilarious.
I mean, I
Oh,
would.
Lord.
I'd prefer if you'd strangle Vito once he's all, in tip-top shape, because at least then he has a fighting chance.
Actually, I think that Vito is stronger. Let me double check. I think he's actually stronger than him.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Vito has a 10 in strength,
Oh my god!
so he's like barely
Stats don't
stronger.
mean nothing.
I mean, he's stronger than both Phineas and Damien. So I think he can back up his. I think he can back up his claims.
So wait. He is surprisingly not stronger than Moxie.
Ah, Well, to be honest, you do
Uh,
carry a lot
oh,
of people.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mhm.
That is true.
um,
Body carrying.
fucking Phineas would probably have walked out. He's got his hair in a big old ponytail. Uh, what am I missing here? I'm hearing a lot of bickering about what's going on.
Oh, we're just going to bury Greedo. Well, not well, bury or leave him at the temple. I'm not sure, but we're getting ready to, you know, say our goodbyes and leave this planet before it turns into, oof, a storm.
I thought, well, if you're going to bury them, I'm not as smart. I say I'm smart, but truthfully, I'm a little more observant. Um, I remember you said there was an accident here, and I guess you'd want to perhaps maybe visit some people and maybe, I don't know, bury their hatches, so to speak,
Hmm.
as he looks at
Wait,
Uh, Guido's severed head.
I mean that wouldn't be a horrible idea. What is it okay? Vito?
To bury Guido, that no, that sounds like a better way to leave him.
All right, cuz I don't want to impose on your, not leaving him at the temple considering that was your wish. So,
No,
if
no,
that
this is
overrides
better.
this, then all right.
This is better.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I know I'm a major prick that burying a body right next to where you killed it is pretty A, stupid if you're doing it anywhere else in a very populated area, and B, kind of disrespectful to the thing you just, off. So if there's a place of respect we can bury him at, maybe that would make things better, Captain.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Uh,
Everyone finds respect in anywhere, so I just wanted to make sure. It doesn't hurt to double tap.
Phineas, could you do me a favor?
Yes.
Uh, in the corner of the room is my instrument. Could you please pass it to me? I'd like to play a small little tune. Just
Oh, by all
take my
means.
mind off things.
What are you
I
going to
hope you
play?
understand. I don't
Give
know.
me one. Uh, in fact, how about you give me one quick second? Tell me what you're going to play. I think I may like to do the same.
Do you know?
A duet.
Um, do you know Tevun Nesundorma?
Of course, that was the very song I used to practice with my guitar.
Did you just make that up?
I kid you not. I'm like I was a well-studied boy at the very least. When I was learning to play music, that was quite literally one of the songs I actually practice with.
I'm asking in a meta sense. Did you make that up?
Uh, I mean, Phineas is a musician, and
But
technically he probably would be wanting to.
do you know what Tevun
What I'm trying to,
Nesundorma is?
uh,
Yes.
uh, I would like to say yes, but I would be lying.
It's an Italian opera.
It's just something Phineas would know. It's probably yeah, Phineas would
Oh.
yeah.
Phineas would be
Nesundorma.
pretty well versed in the Italian italics.
Apparently.
I mean,
Um,
he did love the spaghetti. He did love the spaghetti.
He loves the
But-
Yeah, I
spaghetti.
did love those spaghetti, those chicken Picassos, those
Whoa, boy, they-
Somebody touch
ketchup
my
ones.
spaghetti!
The spaghetti is cold. Why
Somebody
is it
touch my
cold?
spaghetti!
Spaghetti's not cold.
Don't worry, I can heat it up.
Who put a pineapple pizza?
And,
Who put a pineapple
uh,
pieces on it?
I do.
I would probably kill a man over putting pineapple pieces on it.
What's wrong with
You're gonna have to kill
pineapple?
Laurie because I'm gonna eat that.
Hey, what's wrong with pineapple? I love putting it on spaghetti, especially if it's on
Pineapple.
pizza. It's delicious.
pineapple.
No pineapple
Vito,
on the zip
We have a
pizza.
joint. We have a joint. Do we have Vito? This creature, this vile creature, just said that she puts pineapple on spaghetti. I think we have a reason to kill that now.
Yes, give me my instruments. I will cast Shatter at the 4th level.
Well, before you
That's
shatter me,
fireball,
I'm
so I
going to
don't
go
need to-
very. Before you guys do anything hilarious and shatter me into a bajillion of pieces, I'm going to go bury Grito along with everyone else. So,
Well,
Um.
yeah, you have to
Shatter
go
me
drive the
so-
ship over.
Okay. This is just for the sillies, but like, Phineas just basically says that about the says yes, I know, I practiced with it, and give me a moment of time, my friend. I would love to do a duet with you. And
Okay.
Phineas will fly off. Phineas will fly off to his room, quickly grab his guitar, fling it over his back, and he'll come over, grab the accordion, and bring it over to Vito, and very gently hand it to him with as much respect as, like
Mm-hmm.
handing like a flag over to a service member, just like
as respectful you can be.
Yep.
exactly.
He handles the accordion, unsnapping the bellows, and he starts to play a small single note tune as he waits for you to start the encore, and um, and as this happens, Cassandra, you go over to the pilot the pilot seat, and you start to you've been there before. You start to make your way to the crash site that you know of, staying low to the ground so that the winds won't knock you over.
Yeah.
In that
That's a roll
time,
again.
Phineas would have. Oh, I swear to God, don't you dare even say. Don't. Why would you say such a thing? You're giving him ideas.
I'm joking. Roll. More like pull. Like
No, like the hole that you crash landed into.
Humor.
Anyways,
fractured pull. I don't know.
So you're doing this duet with Vito, and how would you roll for performance?
how would I roll for performance? How well do I roll?
Yeah, like
Oh,
how
gee.
about you do? I'll roll for performance as well.
Wait, hold on. Okay.
Okay, he gets a 19. He has a plus 10
Oh,
modifier.
I get a nat 20.
Nice.
Ooh.
Let's go.
A nat 20 plus
Um,
8. A nat 20 plus 8.
Performance of a lifetime.
Yeah, he got a 19. So, um, yeah, you play this very beautiful rendition of Nessun Dorma, and Vito sings the Italian opera as you do the main tune, and he does the backup bass of the tune, and it is very beautifully well done. It sounds almost mystical as Cassandra is driving over to the gravesite. Maybe a few tears were shed on the way.
Why do you think she has an eye patch? So so that the tears can't be seen.
Well, only one.
Cries from one eye.
Shush.
Cassandra has a condition; she only cries from one eye.
Yeah, exactly. It's called
one eye,
convenience.
one eye duct syndrome.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
It's true.
and the performance can be heard from all around the ship. It echoes through the hallways. Um, just given a very melancholy ambience. Um,
You see
and you
Phineas, and he is you. If sorry, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean
don't
to
worry.
interrupt. So I
Go ahead.
apologize. You see Phineas as he's playing this. He is whereas he used to have like this big like he seemed always stiff, but at this point in time, he is his eyes are completely closed. His hands and everything are glowing. Just everything about him seems like he is perfectly at peace once more. Like as if it's been ages since he's had the chance to do something like this for something, you know, so nice. He is completely in a Zen mode state and he is letting the music and emotion flow.
Aw.
Okay.
Little
Um,
tears of little orange tears of flames at the side of his eyes as he is playing.
um,
Frontier guys.
a new frontier, guys. Um, so you guys, Cassandra, you finished making your way to the crash site, and you could still see some of the sharp remnants of the ship. Um, and
Mhm.
while the wind has blown a bunch of sand all over it, you know that most of the ship is underneath there. And close by, there is a large mound with a haphazard ship shard placed in the middle, uh, and what looks like some sort of laser etching on it. Just a memorial for the other crew members that you guys that met there and um, that you guys had uh, as a sign of respect for them, basically. Um,
Mhm.
and you land the ship nearby, and you guys bring Guido out, and um, and Vito does decide to hobble to follow you guys so that he can see this proper retirement of of Guido, and um, and he he plays a small tune on his accordion like burr, 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 burr,
And fucking
burr. Burr, burr,
Yep.
burr, 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 burr. Anyways, and just as a sort of send off for him, and you guys do the same thing. You take a piece a piece of the ship or of Guido, and you bury it into the sand and laser etch it, saying, "Here lies Guido. May he rest in peace." Um, and you guys linger for a little bit. The winds, the sands from the wind, is kind of biting at you a little bit, but you stay steady and just to make sure you say your proper goodbyes before you head back into the ship, and um, and Vito, he lingers a little longer than everybody else before hobbling back to the ship, and um, and he takes one of the front seats of the cockpit, um, and Cassandra, you go to the driver's seat, and
Yeah.
and is Damien navigating? His
Yeah. He
yeah.
would have came out of his room to do the burial and then followed everyone back inside and done his navigation job.
He presses a button and stares at the screen, and that's literally all he does. Um,
I do more than that, thank you.
um, and um, and where do, you guys head out of the planet as soon as you can. The winds, while they do rattle the ship, you guys have been through enough, so you guys steel yourselves before heading out of the planet, and you linger you linger a little bit in the outer atmosphere, in the space around the planet, just trying to decide where to go next. Um, and Damien, you think to look at the map that you had, and there is
Yes,
one last place that isn't marked off yet, and it seems to be close to a what you know as a a pretty big nebula. It doesn't seem like it'd be too dangerous, but it's just a well-known place, and a known place where sometimes you can get lost.
I look at that and just kind of look over at Vito and say, listen, but the next place that we gotta go is in near Nebula. And things get weird around those. So you want us to drop you off at home first before we go do our thing?
He um, he stares off into the empty space in front of the ship, um, and then looks over to where the planet is. No, I think I will stick around for a little bit. I want to see how you guys will handle this, and I will be lying if I didn't say that I'm not interested in this disc.
All right, then. It's your choice. Well, everyone, I think
They
we know
make
where we're
9
going
here.
next.
Yep. All right,
Uh,
guys. It's time we go to the new frontier.
Gosh.
Roll credits.
And
Phineas will then let off a riff on his guitar as soon as Cassandra says that. Like
um, you hear 80s outro music along with the words that appear in front of the screen and okay, but you put the ship into full throttle, heading towards
Yep.
this nebula, and Vito, his accordion is behind his chair, and there are a few pillows in the chair to make it so that he looks as tall as everybody else, um, and um, and you guys make your way to your next destination, where you will hopefully find out a little bit more on this disc, and I believe that's where we will end this session.
Woo!
let's
All right. Oh
go.
man. Woo!
Hell yes.
Oh man, this was
Hold on, where's
Now
the
that
soundboard?
is what
Hold
a
on, let me.
3-week session feels.
it feels good to be back. I will say it feels good to
Feels
be
good
back.
to be back on the stage, everybody.
We're so back.
We are so back.
We are very
Oh,
good.
God.
We are very good.
Don't die,
Oh my
guys.
God.
Don't get like TPK'd. We just started to get back in the groove. We can't let it get ripped away from us now.
Uh,
Uh,
anyways,
well
anybody who
done,
has
as always,
happened,
everybody.
yeah, everybody who has happened to watch this, thank you for watching. Hopefully, you guys also enjoyed this session, like I did.
Yeah.
And just stick around for more if you like more space adventures.
And stay hydrated.
Explain where this came from. Yeah, and stay hydrated. Hey, people, love your parents. Eat well.
Yeah.
Drink enough water,
Stay in school.
and just be with the people you
Oh
love
wait.
most.
Speaking of
Well,
loving your
yeah,
parents,
yeah.
don't be stealing any mirrors, okay? Don't get your parents killed like some.
Oh my
other
gosh.
person I
Okay.
know.
I think they know
Wow.
that, but
Oh.
and